Today is Tuesday, November the 3rd. It is morning in Los Angeles and it's morning in America. I am your host, Casey Phoenix, and this is my morning political thought. This morning political thought won't be that long this morning. I'm not doing any side news stories or anything like that. I'm just, I guess, talking this morning, and it'll be short because I have to literally, after I finish recording this, get ready and go out and vote. It's showtime. So today's the day. We're finally here. And I I was honestly a little teary-eyed this morning because I listened to some of the interview. I finished listening to it that was happening on Fox and Friends with President Trump. And you can hear that he's exhausted. I know that some people are just groggy in the morning, but you can actually hear that he's exhausted. Also, when I watched the rallies last night, when it got to the last two rallies, you could tell, even though he had energy and he was toned down, which actually that probably played to his advantage a little bit, how he was just a little bit more toned down. At the same time, though, you could tell that there was some exhaustion setting in. And that's because he had did 5 rallies on Sunday and then, of course, 5 rallies yesterday. And part of me was a little, I guess you could say, part of me was teary-eyed because you can hear the exhaustion, and knowing him, he doesn't like to slow down. His work ethic is top notch. His work ethic is top notch, and he just doesn't like to slow down. And he's gonna have to rest. He's gonna have to rest. And I know it's going to be difficult, but he's going to have to. The other part was the reason I was a little teary-eyed was because you know the old saying that they left it all out on the field? That's what he did with the rallies from Sunday to Monday. He left everything out on the field. He did everything that he could do to get his base galvanize his base, get the enthusiasm going, and make sure that his voters get out and vote. And now, today will happen, and we'll see where the chips fall. Some people are saying that Pennsylvania won't be fully tabulated until Saturday, and there are some other states they're saying may take a while. But as I said before, I honestly don't think he's going to need Pennsylvania. There's something on my mind, and I'm not going to say it until after the fact. And I'll tell you what it was, whether this thing on my mind was wrong or right, whether what I'm feeling is wrong or right. I'll still tell you after the fact what was on my mind. There's something on my mind, and I just don't feel he's going to need Pennsylvania. But we'll see how things, and oh yeah, for anybody in Pennsylvania who's watching or listening, it's not that Pennsylvania isn't important. I'm just talking about in the electoral, because I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying. But I'm talking about on the electoral level. Electorally, I just don't feel President Trump will need Pennsylvania. So we'll see how everything unfolds. But yeah, people are nervous, people are scared, people are excited, people are happy. There are so many emotions happening during this. And it's crazy because it's almost like when you get ready to put on a production and it's showtime, that's when this all these emotions rush in, and then you're in the moment, and you're performing. And the performance is everyone voting, the voters voting in this case. And then after it passes, it's like, oh, and then you can go back and talk about how you remembered the type of emotions you felt during the process, and how you were hoping that he would win, or some people might be hoping that he lose, and so on and so forth. And some people being, like I said, scared, and some people being happy, and some people being nervous, and some people being indifferent, actually, because there are some people out there who it doesn't matter to them who wins anyway. Those who have watched my show already know where I stand, obviously. It's showtime. So I want people to vote who are registered to vote. And I really, really, really hope that my premonition is right. I hope my premonition is right. I really do. Because President Trump, my heart goes out to him because I've never seen someone do so much good but be persecuted so much and lied about so much. And a lot of people have believed the lies because the media has got into their brain. The media has got a hold of them. And it's sad. It really, really is. If people would just do a little bit more research, they would see that President Trump is the greatest president in modern history. The things that he's done while under assault constantly is amazing. And I can't remember the last time in modern history where we had a politician, or, well, he's not really a politician, where we've had someone run for president and they made promises. And he fought to keep the promises that he made. He fought to stand by his word. And your word is a major thing. And he's obviously a man of his word. That means a lot too. His word means a lot to him. And with his word meaning a lot to him, that shows you the character that he has. That he is a person of good character. Now, does he have faults? Yes, we all have faults. There isn't anyone who doesn't have faults when it comes to character. However, the pros outweigh the cons. There are more attributes that outweigh the negatives when it comes to President Trump. And the biggest thing is that he fights to keep his promises. And I've seen other people run for office, whether it's for president, whether it's for senator or House representative or governor or whatever. And they get in office, and of course, the people who donated to their campaign, they have to sort of cater to them a little bit to make sure they get the donation next time around so they can get reelected and all that stuff. President Trump doesn't care about that. It's clear he doesn't care about the money. His net worth has gone down since he's been in office. He hasn't really been fundraising from what's known as major donors for Wall Street and things like that. So it's not about the money. Also, he doesn't take a salary. Every quarter, he donates his salary back to the United States government, which I don't think any president has ever donated their salary back to the United States government. And a few presidents have been very wealthy. Because, like I mentioned before in one of my episodes, I didn't know that the Bushes had like lots of money. I knew they had money, but after I found out some things with their background, where they had as much money as they had, they should have been one of the people, some of the people who were like, you know what, I'm worth all this money. I'm not even going to take a salary. I'm just going to do it for America. But they didn't do that. And that's not a dig at them. It's just I'm stating a fact. So same thing with President Obama. President Obama is a multi-millionaire, millions upon millions now, due to the connections he made during his presidency, and now after he signed all these deals. He hasn't cut a check back to the United States government for his presidential salary. Yeah, he might have donated to charity and things like that, but I'm talking about his actual presidential salary. I can't think of any president, definitely not in modern history, that has done that. So it's not about the money for him. President Trump is someone who genuinely loves the United States of America. And he left everything out on the field over these past 2 days, doing these rallies when really he shouldn't have done it in a way, because he's still recovering. And it's not like this man is in his 20s. He's still recovering, but he decided to go ahead and do it so he could leave everything out on the field. And now that he's done this, it's our turn to show up and vote for him. It's showtime. It's time for us to turn up and vote for him. So if you haven't voted already, take some time today. If you're registered to vote in the United States, obviously I'm talking to the registered voters. If you haven't voted today, take some time to vote. It's only a moment. Like I said, I'm literally grabbing my ballot and I'm dropping off my ballot and in doing that. If it was a swing state, I stand in line and vote in person. But I'm in the state of California, and we already know how that goes. So I'm literally going to go and drop off my ballot, and it will be counted, because they count ballots as long as it's in by election day. California counts ballots up to, I think it's 14 days, 9 or 14 days. I'm pretty sure it's 14 after election day. And not that it will be a huge deal anyway, because we already know what California does. But at least my vote will be on record. And when it comes to people saying, oh, but the popular vote, well, my popular vote went to President Trump. And also any other Republican that was on the ticket. And of course, I voted for Prop 22, which there wouldn't be a Prop 22 if Democrats hadn't screwed up legislation related to this in the first place. So, but that's another story. So yeah, it's showtime. Everyone, if you are registered to vote and you haven't voted yet, make sure that you go out and vote today. That's all I have. I told you it's going to be a short episode today. Thank you to everyone who's been supporting the show. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot, more than you know. And that's everyone, whether you're in the US and Ireland or Canada or Russia or wherever you're at listening to the show. I always appreciate the support. ThePurpleElephantShow.com, main podcasting platform. The Purple Elephant Show on Parler, on Instagram, Facebook.com/The Purple Elephant Show. If you're watching this on BitChute, Dailymotion, or YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell. That will let you know when I upload new videos. I think it's time for me to get going because it's showtime. Until next time, be blessed.